I want to, not because I have to. Okay. So how do you tap, if you kind of think about your own life, those moments where you totally enjoyed the work, you achieved something awesome, and then you recall, where was that motivation coming from? It was coming from this emotion of I want to, not I have to. So this is what we want to tap into in the work that we do in LEC. But where does it start off? It actually starts off in terms of, as an entrepreneur, what is it that deeply, truly you want to give to others? What is that emotional value that you want to provide to others? And interestingly, this is a subconscious, gut level feeling that you want to do something for others. And the idea is to, first of all, become aware of it. Because if you think about it, when I say it's a gut thing, it's an emotion thing, you'll recall that so many times you took decisions emotionally and later you regretted it, right? So it's very important for our other faculty, which is the thinking part of the brain, the strategic part of the brain, to also be aware of what is it that I want to do for others? How do I want to contribute, right? And that is what you really want to. But your thinking part of the brain is not really aware of it. And this is where in LEC we have the golden vibe session, where you discover, yeah, this is what I want to. And your strategic part of the brain becomes aware of that subconscious feeling. It becomes conscious. And now with your full faculty, you're able to create a business where you want to. That's essentially the essence of it. Now, to get a better sense of what is this, so essentially the business is built around what I call entrepreneurial instincts. So to get you aware of, or again get back in touch with what is this, what does it really mean? I think the best example is, think about these two highly successful entrepreneurs, Steve Jobs and Michael Dell. Both are from the same industry, but think about Apple and Dell Computers, right? They are so different as organizations, right? And this is the interesting thing. Michael Dell could not have built Apple. Steve Jobs could not have built Dell. And that's where we get a sense of, you know what? Entrepreneurship is not about a particular position or a title. It's really about the deep instinct that the entrepreneur has, what they truly believe in, the skills that they have, which is natural for them. So all of this comes together in a way that we can add value to others. And that essentially what a business is about. A business is about figuring out what your true passion is, getting aware of that golden vibe, this is what I want to give to others, and this is why I want to do that. Combining that with certain passions and skills that is very automatic for you, very natural for you, in a manner in which you can add value to others, because business is all about adding value to others. If you can add value to others, you can earn something for yourself. If you cannot, it is not a business anymore, right? So this is the essence of it. And this is the journey that you discover through the manifestation workshop. So you very deliberately create a strategy so that the entrepreneur can win. I call it, the business is an arena, like a sports stadium, where as an entrepreneur, you'll play a game which is designed for you so that you will win. So that is what a business is. There is no one way of building a business. You need to build a business around yourself. And interestingly, what happens is, all our life as students and so on, we have been told that you need to become better at something else. But you know what? And that becomes a habit. So we're always trying to be someone else. But what really matters, and what Steve Jobs did and what Michael Dell did, was they became better versions of themselves. So as entrepreneurs, that's the lovely opportunity that all of us have, that we can become the best versions of ourselves. And the business is just a place for you to grow and become that version and shine. So now, yes, that's going to happen in the business, right? For you as an entrepreneur. What about our team members? Should they also not be enjoying the work? And if you think about work as such, the whole definition of work, right? And why is it that people look forward to Sundays and not the Monday morning? Why is it? Because by nature, by the very connotation of work, it is something that I don't want to do, right? Why should it be like that? Shouldn't it be something that I want to do it? Okay, so why is that so? In fact, it's no fault of all of us in this room. Neither is it the fault of people. The fault lies in our understanding and with the word management itself. Because what does management mean? You just look at the dictionary and it'll say it's a manner in which you control things and people, right? So you're controlling someone. And why are you controlling them? Because there's an underlying assumption over there that people don't want to do what you want them to do. And why is that so? Because most businesses, if you go back, right, they were all about exploiting something. Exploiting a resource, exploiting people, exploiting connections. It was all about exploiting something. And therefore management, originated in those days where people were slaves. And therefore you had to control them. You had to manage them. The world has changed. There's no slaves now, right? World has changed, but the management practices have not. So we need to approach work from a totally different paradigm. That work is something that people want to do, they want to contribute, they want to do something meaningful, and they want to find their purpose, right? So can we then create organizations by design so that people are able to find meaning for themselves and do work that they truly enjoy? And can we structure organizations like that? And these are certain fundamental concepts and principles that every entrepreneur needs to understand. And that is what we get in the LEC Mindsets workshop. Because you get those foundational principles that we are not used to, we are not aware of, but they are so important for today's world. But then, what really stops us at work, or what makes us frustrated at work, is when our interactions with people are not happening smoothly. Because egos come in the way, right? Meetings don't happen in a fruitful fashion, or decisions are not happening in a way that it's totally optimal, right? So these are the things that frustrate us as entrepreneurs, as leaders in organizations. So how can we make these interactions happen in a much more smoothful way? So what we need to equip ourselves and our teams with are these tools and techniques so that conversations happen smoothly, right? Someone who's feeling stuck, you are able to coach them, and at the end of it, they have a sparkle in their eye and they say, yes, I know what to do next, right? So that's the kind of ability we all need to develop. How can we equip our team members so that they're able to take decisions, making sure that every possible scenario is considered and they take the best possible decision? Can we equip them with that? And when we are able to do all of that, you start getting speed in our teams, in terms of decision making, in terms of doing things, in terms of taking ownership and all of that. And these tools are what you get in the LEC Methods workshop. So essentially, it's very essential that we create a world where work is something that is a total joy for people. That people enjoy work, they look forward to it, and it is something that is very, very fulfilling for everyone involved. And that is the journey I think all of you are part of in the Liberated Enterprise Creators. Happy to have all of you here. And the key thing is taking it deeper and further together.